So, welcome to the first episode of the podcast.
First
Uh,
episode.
yeah, first episode. Okay. Well, I'm here with Jacob,
Hi.
and my name's Christian. So, we're just gonna be, discussing random topics. You could give us feedback if you want. Wherever it's needed, you can follow us at our Twitter. We will give out all of our information at the end of the video. So, or not the video, the podcast. So, anyways, today we should be
You're
discussing.
disgusting.
I'm sorry. Okay, well, we're gonna be discussing about some conspiracy theories about the Bible.
Bible conspiracy theories.
Yeah, Bible conspiracy, because it's fun. We were looking at, okay, so this website has 10 conspiracy theories about the Bible. We looked at the first 6, and they were crazy enough. We should have just waited for this, but we're gonna do the last 5 with you guys, and we're gonna give feedback, obviously. This website it's got the craziest theories. Like Jacob can tell you for yourself, like insane. Should I at least tell them what the first 10 was?
The Tower of Babel was a nuclear
Oh
bomb.
yeah. Okay, I'll just say it. So like number 10 was God owns an awesome spaceship. They got it from like some text in Ezekiel.
God's throne is a spaceship.
Yeah, God owns a spaceship basically. And number 9 says the Tower of Babel was a weapon of mass destruction. And to sum that up, it was just that they think that the Tower of Babel was to either attack God or
Personally.
to attack aliens or something like that. Yeah, they wanted to personally attack God, and then they confused them with their language to stop them from attacking, I guess. I don't know. It's crazy stuff that popped into people's mind. And then number 8 says Jesus called Barack Obama Satan, which most of you people would probably start saying it's true.
Good old Bammer.
Carson probably just be going like, yeah, it's true, swear.
Christian, this
number
is a
7.
podcast. Don't make it personal.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry if we offend
Gosh.
anybody during this podcast. I'm sorry. Okay. Number 7 says the Bible is a computer program. I didn't read this one. It was just too crazy to read.
I don't even want to know.
I'm just glanced over the text and it says something at the end about the 90s thriller, the Omega Code. I don't know. Number 6 was the one we stopped on. It was pretty crazy. It says Sodom and Gomorrah were destroyed by a nuclear bomb.
And
it had something to do about aliens having a civil war, and then Sodom and Gomorrah was in the middle of it. And Lot is an alien spy, where he was told by his alien master to leave the strike zone. So, and his wife was turned into the salt pillar by the force of the blast.
Salt pillar equals nuclear shadow.
Yeah. So, I don't know where people get these theories, but anyway, so let's start off on number 5. The craziest of the crazies. Jesus invented the internet.
Okay.
Okay then, so let's
look up who actually invented the internet.
Yeah, Jacob's gonna look up who invented the internet. I'm gonna read the first paragraph of this theory. So it says, ask anyone on the internet today who was responsible for inventing it. Jacob, you're already on it. And they'll rightly answer Al Gore. But it turns out that the former vice president was stretching the truth a little bit, more than we thought, when he made that claim. According to a number of theories out there, the first person to actually dream up the internet was none other than Jesus. Now, Jacob, who invented the internet?
Robert Econ and Vint Cerf.
There you go. This does not sound like anything but, doesn't sound anything like Jesus, but, it's there. My question is, before we continue reading, where do these people come up with these theories? Like, what would you think they read in the Bible that's like, oh, Jesus definitely invented the internet?
You're high, and then you're just reading the Bible.
But what part of the Bible would you
have
to read?
I guess that kind of sounds like the internet.
Okay, let's just see what this now. The passage says, "Now, since most of us probably don't remember from Sunday school, the scene where Jesus was forced to invent both computers and telecommunications before tackling the internet, we'd better back up and explain. The idea isn't that Jesus literally built the internet. That would be silly. But that he predicted it with unerring, I don't know how to say this word.
Unnerving.
Unerring, UNERRING.
I don't
Accuracy.
bother.
Unerring, I think this is. I don't know. Unerring accuracy. Sort of like how people give Jules Verne and H.G. Wells credit for inventing stuff, or quote unquote inventing stuff they dream up in their books. All right, we're on the last paragraph, but
Time
what do you
machine.
think so far? What do you think? Where do you think they're gonna go to?
That he imagines that everyone will be able to instantly communicate with each other.
But what I'm trying to get at is what Bible passage did they have to read that made them think that has to be the internet? Hands down, it has to be the internet. It's
Something about Pentecost, probably.
It possibly does have to do with Pentecost. It's probably gonna be like the language when they all spoke together. It had to do with Google Translate. Okay, so the last paragraph says, "It's all thanks to the parable of the net."
Excuse me?
The parable of the net. I've never heard of the parable of the net. Let's see what it says. The parable of the net. A fisherman-based story in Matthew that function. Oh, I see where it's getting at. Jacob, what are your thoughts so far?
I have no idea.
The parable of the net.
Well,
I think it has to do
besides
with,
the obvious, I have no idea.
But I think it has to do with the what's his name? I think it was named Simon at the time when he had to
His name is
he had the
Simone.
fishing net, and Jesus is like Simone. Is that how you
Get
say
it right?
It's Simone. Okay. So it says based on the story in Matthew that functions as allegory for the final judgment, but is actually predicting the internet because the net is 90s slang for the internet. Honestly, that's about as much rationality.
Rationale.
I'm just being rationale. I'm just being retarded. I don't know. Rationale as these people give. Although there are some interesting attempts out there that to prove how a man from ancient Galilee talking about fishing is really describing modern broadband.
What is wrong with you?
I don't know. It's the whole just trying to contemplate what I'm reading is like just messing me up. The last sentence says, "We'll let you have a read and decide for yourself."
Yeah, that's great.
That was a weird one. Didn't really not as crazy as the last one, but oh god, I already read the heading for the number 4. Oh boy, this one's gonna trip up some. I'm pretty sure whoever made these conspiracy theories have to be high. There's no other explanation for it, Jacob. I'm sorry. Number 4 says the Bible contains evidence of time travel.
Okay.
You heard it here, folks. The Bible talks about time travel. I don't know where they get this. I mean, Back to the Future wasn't invented until the 1980s. So.
Besides prophecies, I don't see anything.
I guess they what I think what they're gonna do is they're gonna be like, oh, the prophecies that have come true, they have seen into the future, therefore there's time travel.
Yeah, but that's not what it's gonna be about.
That's not how it works. Yeah, so I don't know what it's getting at. It's just insane already. So time travel. This is the article, by the way. Time travel is one of those things we all desperately want to be real. That we'll look for evidence for it anywhere, which is true. They're definitely true on that part. I mean, I want time travel to become true. Like, I think in the future we'll definitely have time travel at some point.
Yeah. Totally possible.
Totally possible. I don't know.
Totally.
You never know. You never know.
By the way, you can only go
I'm-
one way.
Yeah, you go in the future and you're stuck in the future.
It's a one-way trip.
Yeah. It would be cool to go to the past, though. Anyways, it says here, a year or so ago, the conspiracy TV show Ancient Aliens even devoted a whole segment to the show to proving that the prophet Jeremiah had witnessed an incident of time travel. This could go anywhere at this point.
So I guess he sees one guy at one place, and he's really old. And then he sees the same guy in another place, but he's younger.
I guess. I mean, I don't know. Let's see. I guess that's what it will say.
I mean, I don't know the book.
I mean, I don't know the book like the other ones that much. This was one of the books that I didn't really pay much attention to in Bible class. But I guess I kind of do know a couple bits and pieces of it. Anyways, article goes on to say, but this is a far from the delusions of a lone nut. Across the internet, endless videos and pages exist claiming that the Bible not only describes time travel, it also shows how to abuse it. Jacob, you want to learn how to abuse time travel?
Kind of.
First of all, the fact that time travel doesn't exist and that abusing it is already a thing is kind of surprising to me. Like, how do you abuse something that doesn't exist? Either yet or it just will never.
You
exist.
find loopholes before they exist.
It's like looking for loopholes in a contract you haven't read.
It's
yet.
like a genie.
Yeah, it's a genie. Exactly what it is. That last link. Hold on. Yeah, that last link in particular will have you. Wait, what link?
The link in the description below.
The Bible has no. It's talking about the Bible describes time travel, and it also describes how to abuse it. The last link, in particular, will take you to a site that seems to claim God both invented time travel and then gave the power to Hitler. Oh my gosh!
Time traveling Hitler.
God both invented time travel, then gave the power to Hitler specifically, so he could go back to the pioneer days and murder early white settlers, because we all know how much Hitler hated white people.
Is that the thing where
What?
the entire town disappeared? That was Hitler? It's just Hitler. Yeah.
And then God spoke to Hitler, "You will destroy an entire town. Here, use this device, go back in time." And it was like, "Nice."
Tell them to write this on a tree, and don't worry about the rest. I'll take care of it.
I feel like we should just. Where has humanity gone to?
Weed.
Where has humanity gone to with these conspiracy theories, especially about the Bible?
A place where weed is legal, and
Weed is
LSD is mainstream.
I mean, you could be right about that. You know. I mean, I don't know who. Okay, let's see what this last thing says. It doesn't explain how they got to that conclusion. It just says, the article says, "Sure, it doesn't make any sense, but that's the beauty of conspiracy theories. They don't have to." And that's the end of that part. The fact they brought Hitler into this.
And Hitler.
And they were talking about time travel, you abuse it, this is how you abuse time travel, God invented and Hitler, come here, let's just bring you back into it, come here.
He thought he was dead? Nope.
Nope. How he probably used oh, that's probably what happened. He faked his death and they time traveled to the future.
They find Hitler's corpse and he's like 100-year-old
Yeah.
man.
Yeah. That's definitely what happened. No,
Hitler?
he told the people that he was gonna commit suicide, He just went back in time and then stayed in that room
Okay.
until they found his dead corpse, like skeleton. He's like, how did he decompose that fast? Oh my god. Number 3. Jacob, I guess this kind of explains what we were talking about earlier. Let me read the heading and then I'll explain what we were saying.
It's gonna be.
Actually, no, you can explain what we were saying. What is it? What do you think it's gonna be?
It's gonna be something like offensive.
Not really.
I was
You
thinking.
you can
something
explain
very
what we were
offensive.
talking about earlier, but the passage says Noah came from Mars.
As soon as Mars was destroyed, Noah came down on his flying boat. And then he was like, I like it here. And then he flooded the earth, killing everyone on it.
He himself flooded.
And
it.
then he himself was the only survivor.
Explain what we were talking about earlier.
So we were talking about how there's a theory that aliens lived on Mars, and then they all killed each other via nuclear war.
Yeah. And then there's no life on Mars.
And then Noah.
And then Noah. We started talking about the Bible describes the events in Mars. See, this is what conspiracy theories are. It's just talking, and then you get to the joke, and then you start living it. Basically, we were saying how Mars was the original setting of the Bible, and then God decided to restart with the same Bible on Earth. So we're gonna end up like Mars one day, guys.
Yeah, he just
Just to
cloned
let you know.
Mars.
Yeah, we're just cloned Mars. Just a little bit further from the sun. It's a little bit chilly
It's
during
just
the
a
night,
little chilly.
but
There's summer.
just a little bit. But we're gonna end up like Mars, guys. Then we started joking about how we have the wrong Bible. We have theirs and they have ours. Oh man, okay. The article says, thanks to the absolute lack of evidence to support the idea of a globe-destroying superflood. I mean, there is kind of evidence everywhere, right?
Not to
I
these
mean, the
people.
Grand Canyon could have probably. What is it?
Not to these people.
No, apparently not these people. I bet this article was made by atheists.
I don't really care.
Yeah, I couldn't either. It's just crazy to read these conspiracy theories. Okay. It's already pretty niche to believe that the Genesis account of Noah is anything but an awesome myth. Yeah, this is definitely written by atheists. I mean, why would you write this article about Bible conspiracy if you're not even a Christian? You know, what's the point?
It's fun, and you have nothing else to do.
I guess, yeah, because I guess it's fun for them to make fun of Christians. In the sense of, like, you guys are crazy. Even though we're not, dude. Come on. Christians are, like, awesome, man. Okay. Where was I? But niche doesn't even begin to describe the guys in this entry. You're probably right, man. See, not only do they believe that the story of Noah literally happened. Yeah, they're definitely atheists. Because they don't think it literally happened. Okay. They believe it literally happened on Mars. Okay, that kind of backs up what we were talking about.
Mars is here to save the day.
Yeah, man. You know?
Even though there's no water on Mars.
There was a supermassive flood in Mars, and all of a sudden the water just decided to shift over to Earth.
And then, lions.
What? All of a sudden, lions popped out of nowhere. Okay,
and the great
also,
beasts of the
wait, what?
land were on his boat.
No, the boat is a metaphor of a spaceship, and they got to Earth. I bet you that's what they're gonna. And they moved all the animals over to the Earth. I bet that's what this is gonna say. Watch me get it right. That'd be scary. Okay. Although the theory has many variations, the basic idea seems to be that a cataclysm.
Cataclysm,
Uh-huh.
yes, you have it
that-
right.
Okay. That a cataclysm threatened Mars. Like, for example, a planet-destroying flood that forced Martian leader Noah. Dude, this is like reading a science fiction novel. Like, for example, a planet-destroying flood that forced Martian leader Noah to escape in a spaceship containing a handful of Martians. I knew it! I knew it! a handful of Martian animals and plants, which he later used to colonize the Earth.
I would like to imagine that you gave that theory to an ancient Israelite. You're just like, this is your actual history. I know because I am from the future.
No, you give it to Noah, and you're like, Noah, this is you, right? He's like, no, where's Mars? He's like, don't play stupid with me.
You know
You know
everything.
exactly what I'm talking about. In some versions, this involves genetic manipulation. In others, it simply involves landing on another planet. Oh my god. And gallivanting about, like, some sort of bearded Xenu. I don't know what that is. Xenu.
Xenu.
Xenu. Whatever, same thing. Xenomorph? Dude. And Noah is described as, like, the alien from, like, the Alien movie. That's literally Noah right there. And then the animals were, like, the face huggers. In other words, it's an insane hodgepodge of nonsense, disguised as some sort of sci-fi fairy tale, kind of like Scientology when you think about it.
Oh yeah,
I mean,
their god is Xenu.
oh yeah, I guess that's where they get it from.
Okay, whatever, just keep going.
I mean, you see where I'm getting at, that these theories were insanely crazy, right?
Yeah.
Number 2, we're almost done, guys. Again! Okay, guess what this one has to do with, again?
Aliens.
No.
Nukes.
Close, kinda. No, close, kinda. Not really close.
Cataclysm.
I'll just read it. I'll read it. Number 2. The Garden of Eden is hidden under Kansas City, parentheses, opened, and inhabited by Nazis, close parentheses. Again with the freaking Nazis. Well, what does Kansas City have to do with it, though?
What?
Also, didn't this have to happen in the Eastern Hemisphere?
Yeah?
That's kind of the whole, unless this is like, oh, it jump started the Mormon religion or something like that.
Hitler started Mormonism.
Yeah, it's Hitler was. Where the crap do they get that Nazis were in the past? That's what's confusing.
Space Nazis.
Space Nazis. It's just astonishing how people could just make
Christian,
stuff up.
the Nazis are actually the Martians. Mind blown.
The Aryan race is a type of Martian. Okay, article states, people have wasted a lot of time and energy trying to find the location of the Garden of Eden. Wasted because A, it probably doesn't exist in the literal sense, definitely written by atheists, and B, if it does, it's guarded by an immortal being, wielding a sword of fire. Oh, and also because it's already been discovered.
By Hitler.
1,200 what? Was it?
By Hitler.
It was discovered by Hitler and his men. 1,200 kilometers, or 800 miles, below Jackson County, Missouri.
How deep is the crust?
I'm pretty sure they've gotten to the mantle at this point. Search up how deep is the crust, because I'm actually wondering about that myself. Layers of the earth, I guess. That's what I'm
no,
gonna have to look up.
You got 4,000 miles to go. Or 3,000 miles to go.
3,000 miles?
Uh-huh. Well, I'm pretty sure it's getting pretty hot down there.
Yeah. Garden of Eden is supposed to be heaven, a representation of heaven, not hell. I mean, how deep is the crust?
The Kola super deep borehole goes 5 miles in, so and that gets like really, really hot.
How hot does it get at the border of the mantle and the crust? You have to do, like
No,
look
no,
up
no.
and stuff. Okay.
5 miles in, it like the drill starts to melt or something.
Wait, what starts to melt?
The drill.
Oh god. So see, we haven't even gotten to the bottom of the crust.
We've gone
We haven't
5
even
miles out of 4,000. So
5 miles.
the Garden of Eden is like literally on fire.
Okay, hold on a second. Now you're telling me we can't, with our technology today, we can't go more than 5 miles. But these people who have discovered our Garden of Eden, 800 miles under the crust.
Yep.
In the past, with less technology than we did.
Yep.
I'm definitely searching up the temperature of the bottom of the crust. I mean, I find this hard to believe. Also, with the whole back up your theory thing, you know what I'm saying? That just doesn't make sense. If we've gotten only 5 miles, I mean, just not making much sense. Also, like I said, it's a representation of heaven, not hell. So, why? You know what I'm saying, Jacob? Also, apparently, according to this,
It's
the
180 degrees Celsius. 5 miles in. So,
let's just take an educated guess right now.
you know, fire and all. Garden of Eden.
So,
Like one of the most
let's-
heavenly places you can be. It's
Yeah,
just on
let's-
fire.
and now also, where is that drill located? Isn't there like in
Mother Russia.
Russia? Yeah. According to this map that I'm looking at right now, the crust is different layers and thickness and stuff like that, right?
Yeah.
Obviously. Russia has one of the lowest point or thinnest points of the crust. Meanwhile, where Missouri would be located is a little bit higher. So I'm guessing it'll be a little bit more cooler. But guessing that it's 800 miles instead of 5, I'm gonna go with it's definitely not real.
It's
But
it's gonna get a little toasty.
it's gonna get a little bit toasty down there.
Little toasty.
Also, they'll probably stop on the way there and say hi to Satan, probably. Anyways, well, at least according to this theory, which also states that it's currently inhabited by aliens and members of the Nazi Party, the idea of an offshoot of the Hollow Earth. Oh, that's where they. Okay, so they get it from the Hollow Earth theory. We've covered somewhere elsewhere. Combined with a load of Christian imagery, UFO lore, and seemingly anything else that occurred to the author during late night drinking session. I guess that's where they get it from, the Hollow Earth theory. Because I've heard somewhere that like some Nazis discovered the Hollow Earth theory or something like that. That they discovered the underside of the world.
So if you don't believe in lava or
If you don't believe-
iron,
or hell. I mean, I don't even understand where these people get these theories. The Christian theories are, the biblical theories are crazy as it is. The Hollow Earth theory is probably even crazier. I mean, and I would like to see somebody who believes that the Earth is flat and then the Hollow Earth theory. Like, contradict themselves like that. Anyways, finishes off with saying, in essence, it's like the perfect mix of conspiracy theories. A load of self-contradictory nonsense that flies in the space of both established science and established Bible scholarship. The only thing it lacks is the assertion that a leading biblical character is some sort of weird space alien. According to theories, like, the Bible characters are aliens. Like, I just imagine the alien meme dude come out of nowhere, it's like, alien, you know? Like, definitely weird. Where would they get this stuff, though?
space. It's my answer to every
People
question we
could-
don't know. Space.
Space. This is the square root of pi.
Space.
Okay.
Okay, apparently I was
Number
looking at the
one.
wrong drill, and the cola
Oh, you're
goes
looking
8
at the-
miles.
That's still too shallow.
Yeah.
That's still too shallow. I mean, but
8 miles is nothing.
Shouldn't they have at least found the hollow Earth that they're talking about? Possibly, right?
Maybe.
I don't know. Anyways, last one will blow your mind. For right now, I'm just gonna say it because it's just outright outrageous, and the fact that you would just talk about Jesus this way is just weird. Number one, obviously written by atheists. Okay, before I say it, how much do you want to bet that these theories are created by like atheists who just read the Bible and start like theorizing about what's going on, just to explain what's going on to
Maybe
them?
40%.
I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I'm pretty sure a good bit of the theories that came out on this are about like atheists trying to explain the Bible in their way, their form, something like that, right?
Yeah.
'Cause I find it really, really astonishing. Number one, Jesus was a space monster.
Oh.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's
I mean, don't get it wrong. Jesus was a pretty cool guy,
that's the thing.
but apparently he was also a space monster. Okay. Anyways, so the article says, I'm just gonna go ahead and read this without stopping because we're already at 30-something minutes of recording. So, the main problem with the ancient astronaut theory is that once you start applying it to the Bible, it leads to only one outcome: that Jesus Christ, historical, religious leader, Son of God, and meddlesome end times prophet.
Meddlesome?
Meddlesome, I don't. Meddlesome end times prophet.
Here's meddling in my business.
Is it? Okay, I mean, I just don't get why they had to use meddlesome, but. Was a human alien hybrid placed on Earth by intergalactic warlords to freak us out with futuristic technology. I have to pause on this right here.
Mary wasn't a virgin, she got anally probed.
He got probed by aliens. That's probably what's about to happen. The fact they said intergalactic warlords.
Intergalactic.
Whoever read this, I swear they've been watching too much Star Wars.
Yeah, I watch Star Trek every day, and Jesus, he was in episode 369.
I'm so tempted to make a reference right now, and most people that are probably listening to this from Westfield probably know what I'm saying, but I'm not gonna say it in the podcast.
What was the guy from Next Generation who's like space god?
I have no idea.
He just kind of appeared in like
He
season
appeared out of
1.
nowhere.
It's just like, hey guys, I'm here.
I don't know. Look it up. So they looked at Jesus was placed on Earth by intergalactic warlords to freak us out about with futuristic technology. The futuristic technology part is what gets me. He didn't use any futuristic technology. He used miracles. And here it goes. It says, you can probably guess the idea behind this one. The virgin birth was a genetic implant. The miracles of Jesus were simply alien tech. We're intrigued to hear how this explains the miracle of the pigs. Feel free to suggest ideas below. What miracle of the pigs? What is that? What are they talking about?
I have no idea.
I don't know what miracle they're talking about. I guess somebody from school could tell us. 'Cause they know. The missing 30 years of Jesus' life were spent on that mothership, learning how to manipulate humans. He had to study how to manipulate humans. Also, all so he could, what exactly? Start a religion? Get crucified? Hang out with Mary Magdalene? And get up some hijinks while he was at it? What?
Get hung on a cross and die? Yeah, my favorite
He
weekend.
learned this article is basically saying he learned on that mothership to manipulate humans. Also, he could just start a religion, get crucified, and hang out with Mary Magdalene. I mean, weird, crazy stuff. You know what I'm saying? However you look at it, the Jesus was an alien hybrid theory doesn't even begin to tiptoe around the edges of making sense. All it does is take one unexplainable mystery and replace it with a load of pseudoscience dressed up with inexplicable senses of sci-fi insanity. Sure, it's essentially harmless, but the fact that people genuinely believe this is somehow terrifying. See, that's what I hate about atheists. Why do you have to go ahead and just start, like, throwing shade at Christians? By the way, that's the end of the article. The first sponsored content that says in here, it says,
Throwing
what the
shade
FBI
is fun, dude.
apparently, yeah, but look at this. This advertisement says, what the FBI found in Benny Hinn's home has left his fans incomplete, and then doesn't finish the sentence.
Clickbait.
I mean, I don't know. I'm tempted to click, but that's not the point of the podcast, you know?
Why'd you even mention
I
it
mean,
then?
why do atheists, I don't know. I guess we're gonna find out next week. I don't know. I doubt it.
Spooky stories next week.
The spooky stories next week. I mean, this is just terrifying how people just get the Bible and this is what they believe is what's going on, you know? It's just weird, you know? I don't understand this. I don't understand why.
I guess it's like a fun thing to do.
It's a fun thing to throw shade at Christians and just completely crumble down their religion. Even though it's not crumbling it down, it's making our faith stronger.
You fools, God is actually Blormuk from the planet Zanu.
I mean, I don't even understand half of the stuff these people are saying, but anyways.
He's actually just a guy got drunk one night, created a
This
universe.
is a guy that got drunk and high at the same time. And just started going like, I wonder, let me read the Bible, I have to become better. Whoa, look at this, there's definitely aliens, you know?
Hey, I shouldn't mess with these things that I created. You know? I'll tell this guy that he should start writing about stuff. But
Yeah.
none of it happened.
Yeah.
Because
We've been
It's just
through
my
today.
pals, and we were just drinking, having a good time.
I mean, today we've had a crazy day. Like, before this podcast, me, Joseph, and Jacob were literally having a Bible study. Basically, we're just discussing the Bible for about, 3 hours?
2.
About 3 to 4 hours. 2 hours. I don't know. I wasn't keeping track of time.
It's like
that
6 to
interesting.
8.
I mean, we've been through... Today was a crazy day. I'm not gonna lie. But anyways, you know, thank you for sticking with us throughout the podcast. I know it was really hard to stick through. I mean, I wouldn't blame you. But our information would be, you know, hopefully you're listening to this on our YouTube channel. The description should be full of our information. But go ahead and follow us on Twitter at studiocrunch. So
Crunchy Studios.
yeah, make it happen, guys. Studio Crunchy. Yeah. But anyways, thank you. Like I said, this is our first podcast, by the way, so you definitely gotta improve in the future. But go ahead and subscribe, I guess. I don't care.